Hello, welcome. Today I want to talk to you about 10 ideas for meals that can help you during a busy season of life. I'm Cassandra Lowery. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so glad to have you. I would love for you to grab a free weekly menu down in the description or in the comments. You can find that link. You'll get a menu plan sent to you directly right away. Plus, you'll get a new one every single week. I give you ideas for the main dish for 5 days, and then also some side ideas to go with them, and also dinner time conversation starters. Because as a family, dinner time is such a vital time in building those relationships, getting to know one another, and just solidifying. The research on kids and what they accomplish and the difference between the ones that eat meals with their family and ones that don't is astonishing. So it is so important. I want to help make that easier for you. So grab that free menu in there and then look for a new free weekly menu every single week delivered right to your inbox. But today I'm going to give you 10 ideas for those main dish meals that will help during super busy seasons. So something that I have learned to do, and I actually forgot to do it this year. I'm recording this video at the end of March, and the last couple of years I've remembered to put on my phone a reminder that in January, February, to start doubling up some of my meals, getting some meals in the freezer, because April and May for us are just kind of insane. They're busy. Lots of things going on the ranch, with our homeschool, with all kinds of different activities that are happening during that April and May time. And so I like to start getting meals into the freezer to help during that time. So today I have 10 ideas of meals that you, as you're making them to eat that day, they are so easy to double up or even triple up and get some in the freezer for those busy seasons. And they cook up really easy and really well from the freezer then as well. So 5 of them are ones that are fully cooked ahead of time. And so it's just a warming up of them. And those are sloppy joes. We've done a couple of different recipes here. We have a sweet one, and then we have one that is a lot cleaner and it's not as sweet either. And then taco meat. Taco meat freezes so well. And both of those, and also chili, I'm going to put that one in there as well. All 3 of those can easily go into Ziploc bags to go in the freezer. And then what you want to do is just push out as much air as you can, get it as flat as you can, and freeze it flat. And then it can store in a lot of different spots in your freezer and not take up a ton of space. So that's how I freeze sloppy joes, taco meat, or chili. And one of the things, if you've watched any of my other videos or if you get my menu already, you know that those 3 I also love using for baked potato bars or loaded baked potatoes for one of our meals. So often we will have 1 or 2 of those, maybe even 3, depending on what is going on. And then on the 3rd day, we will have baked potatoes, and I'll pull out the leftover meat of those from those days to use for a loaded baked potato for our meal. So when you stick those in the freezer, when you make extra and stick them in the freezer, they can be utilized for so many things. You can utilize them for the baked potato bar as one of them. A couple other cooked ones. Oh, another one that goes in Ziploc bags and freeze it flat is spaghetti sauce. This is another one that's super easy to make extra of. Get that hamburger cooked up with it too. And then all it does for all of those, you can just stick them in a pot and warm them up. Or if you want, you can stick them in a glass bowl and microwave them. That works as well when you're warming those up. And then the last, okay, so all of my cooked ones, I should have studied this better myself, thought about it thoroughly first. But the 5th one is also one that goes in Ziploc bags. It's a cheesy joe. So it is a lot like sloppy joes, but with cheese, ground hamburger, and then some cheese and some seasonings and stuff. And then you have just that loose hamburger with cheese and serve it on a bun, just like it's kind of like a loose cheeseburger. And again, that one works great in a Ziploc bag, frozen flat as well. And again, that one could be, we have never done this, but that one would work well on baked potatoes as well. I should remember that for next time. Okay, so then there are 5 that are not fully cooked. They are going to take some cooking ahead of time on some of them, but they're not fully cooked, and so they're going to be required to be thawed out and then baked. So all of these, you're probably going to want to freeze maybe in, I should double check to see what I have on my list to see if all of them are like that. Okay, all but one of them. 4 of them, you're probably going to want to freeze in a like foil pan, 9x13 foil pan, or one's a meatloaf that I freeze in bread foil pans still. Those foil pans make it easy to just thaw as is, freeze it like that, then take it out, thaw it in the fridge overnight, and then bake like that. And so it doesn't take any extra work. And if you're using it during a busy season, less dishes to do too. Win-win for that, for sure. So the ones that you want to do that with, a meatloaf again, and then cavatini. And I know a lot of people say that they've never heard of cavatini. So cavatini, it's kind of like a pizza type thing. So we do noodles and ground beef that's cooked. We'll do pepperoni slices in it, green peppers, red peppers, onions, and then spaghetti sauce goes in it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. And then top it with cheese. And you bake that. And it's just baking until it's warm on the inside because everything is cooked ahead of time. So on that one, you're going to have to cook your noodles and you're going to have to brown your hamburger. And then mix all that stuff together and then put it in your foil pan and top with the cheese. And then when you go to thaw it, it's just thaw and bake it until it's warm. So that is that one. Another one similar that'll thaw and bake that same way just till it's warm. Chicken broccoli Alfredo bake. So this one, again, cook the noodles, cook the chicken, or I like to use canned chicken because it's so much easier and handier for me to do that. And then your Alfredo sauce and broccoli, if you want to do that, make sure the broccoli, I use frozen broccoli most of the time, and I will just put it in towards the end of the noodles being cooked so that it gets cooked as well. It gets thawed back out, and then strain it with that. And then it's already in there and already ready to go. And pour that in your foil pan, your 9x13 foil pan, and top it with some mozzarella cheese and put it in the. When you're putting these types of pans in the freezer, you want to wrap it with a couple layers of foil on it. And then to make sure it's really sealed well and that you're not going to have any frost happen to that freezer burn or anything. So wrap it in a couple layers of foil. Make sure you label it, what it is, and what you need to do to cook it or get it ready to use again also. And so make sure you're doing that when you do freeze these. And then another one that is going to be partially baked is beef ravioli bake. So this one, I put frozen ravioli in the bottom of the pan, and then I brown up my hamburger, mix in spaghetti sauce with that, maybe a little extra seasoning, pour that on top of the ravioli, and then put some Parmesan cheese on it, and then mozzarella cheese, and then you can freeze it like that. Bake it like as soon as you're ready like that as well. And again, wrap, label, and you've got some meals in the freezer. The 5th one that can be, actually this one can be stored in a Ziploc bag as well for the time being. And then when you pull it out, you're going to want to put it in a pan. Meatballs. So meatballs I just mix up. I flash freeze them on a cookie sheet, and then I put them into a Ziploc bag and label the Ziploc bag then. And then when I'm ready to use them, then I take them out, put them in my pan, make up my sauce, and put that over it, and then bake it. And so they can just thaw. You want to kind of get them, they can start thawing in the Ziploc bag, but then you want to get them in a pan before they're fully thawed so they don't stick together and start melding and not being your pretty meatball that you made to begin with. So that's another one there. So these are great ideas. There's 10 ideas on things that you can easily just double while you're making them for supper anyway, making them for dinner. It just makes getting meals into the freezer easier for me. I don't typically get a chance to just make up a bunch of freezer meals at one time. And so this is a way for me to be able to get prepared for a busy season and not put a lot of extra stress on myself prepping for it either. Because let's be honest, we're always short on time, right? Anyway, this is also a fabulous list of ideas. If you have these in your freezer and you have a friend or a family member or somebody in your church or something that comes up and needs a meal, this is a great way to easily help them if you don't have the time to get a meal prepped at their time of need. You can just pull one of these out of the freezer, or if you're taking them a meal, you can easily make two of them. So you have dinner, they have dinner, or you take them one fresh and you take one frozen to them, either way. So it has so many awesome opportunities that way to help you, to help others, however it is going to be the biggest blessing to you. But I hope that this is helpful on just helping prepare yourself for busy seasons or helping to serve others well as well. This is just one of those things that I have really appreciated. And as I came up to the end of March and I was like, oh no, I did not do that this year. I'm like, I need to start getting some in the freezer before we get too far into April. I was like, oh, that's something that other people can use as well. So I hope that this has been helpful. If it has, please hit that like button and the subscribe so you get notifications when I post other videos that are helpful as well. And don't forget to grab that free menu in the link below, down in the description as well. And look for those weekly emails with every week a new menu plan and dinner time conversation starters as well, to just build those relationships with the people that you gather around the table with. We'll see you next time. Have an absolutely fabulous day. Bye.